We're obviously at this point very used to Donald Trump's lies, although we continue to cover them, but it's not often that Fox News hosts take some level of personal offense to Donald Trump's lack of interest in the truth or transparency. And today we have one, Fox News host Neil Cavuto. Here's what he had to say.
So let me be clear, Mr. President. How can you drain the swamp if you're the one who keeps muddying the waters? You didn't know about that $130,000 payment to a porn star until you did. Said you knew nothing about how your former lawyer, Michael Cohen, handled this until acknowledging today you were the guy behind the retainer payment that took care of this. You insist that money from the campaign or campaign contributions played no role in this transaction. Of that, you're sure. Thing is, not even 24 hours ago, sir, you couldn't recall any of this, and you seem very sure. Now, I'm not saying you're a liar, you're president, you're busy. I'm just having a devil of a time figuring out which news is fake. Let's just say your own words on lots of stuff give me, shall I say, lots of pause. Like the time you said the Russians didn't interfere in the 2016 election until a lot of Republicans had to remind you they did. Came back months later and you said, well, I never said that Russia didn't meddle in the election when, in fact, you had a lot. Now, none of this makes me a never Trumper, just always confused. None of this makes what you say fake. Just calling out the press for being so a bit of a stretch. You are right to say some of them are out to get you, but oftentimes they're using your own words to bash you. Your base probably might not care, but you should. I guess you've been too busy draining the swamp to ever stop and smell the stink you're creating. That's your doing. That's your stink. Mr. President, that's your swamp.
That could have only ended better if he's like, that's your stink, that's your stink. Mr. President, you stink. I didn't go that direction. That's about as critical as you generally get outside of Shep Smith on Fox News. I mean, it was peppered with a whole lot of, I'm not a never Trumper. Right. You're draining the swamp, I know you're super busy. I'm not saying you're, like, you've lied. I'm not saying what you said was fake or anything. But it was pretty hypercritical for Fox News.
Well, it's just like, I'm not calling, like, you've lied, but you're not a liar.
Yeah. Right, it's great. It was a great way to say it's just really late because a lot of people have been saying that exact thing. Like, how can you drain the swamp since before President Trump was elected?
Yeah.
So it's great, it's really late.
Also, usually on those kinds of shows when the host says, Mr. President, and then starts addressing the president directly, it's like a rhetorical device. But when you work on Fox News, no, you're actually just talking to the president who's watching.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give Neil Cavuto a lot of credit. These are strange times. I gave Tucker Carlson credit a couple of weeks ago. So these are things I'm unfamiliar with. Neil Cavuto and I do not agree on almost anything. And yeah, you could say it's certainly late in the game, but it still takes courage for a Fox News host to go against the base and go against Trump. And those are pretty strong words for him to say, it stinks, and you know that's your swamp. Them's fighting words, and so obviously Trump's going to be furious about that, and so is his base. And in fact, tonight, Cavuto came out and read a ton of hate mail that he got from the base and from his own viewers. And what do they all say? I'm not going to watch you anymore. And there might be some truth to that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not like Neil Cavuto is a giant, right? You can take it or leave it. And so if some of them leave it, it could actually hurt his career at Fox News. But credit where credit is due. He called him out on, I mean, again, I know it's damning with faint praise and it's a super low bar because this one was so obviously a lie, so obvious. But still, it could be super obvious, and 9 out of 10 Fox News hosts will be like, nope, the emperor's got clothes. So some degree of courage, some degree of credit.
So who does this speech by Neil Cavuto affect? Who does it get to? Who does it convince to change their mind? Because obviously something's happened to Cavuto to make him feel confident enough to voice this, but who's his audience? Because usually when you do something like that, it's not actually asking the president to change. It's making a point to some audience.
I mean, maybe he just wanted to sleep at night.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or maybe he felt that because he's a Fox News host, there's some chance that he could nudge the president in the right direction. As he said, Trump will see that. I don't know that Neil Cavuto is on his top 10 list of favorite Fox News personalities, but maybe he thinks, I'm with Fox, Trump loves us, maybe I can, like he still supports the president, he supports his agenda, he wants everything that Trump wants to do to happen. So maybe he thinks that this is the best way to help.
Well, so I'll give two hypotheses here. One is the kinder one, that he, and I think I believe this one more, to be honest. So he looks at it and goes, look, I study this stuff day in, day out, and normally he does conservative talking points, etc. But it's kind of insulting his intelligence to say, like, really, you want me to go out here and say, yeah, that makes sense, that you never knew about it, then you did know about it, but you didn't kind of know about it, you don't remember, but you have the best memory. Like, so I have to say this, I have to debase myself and say this. So a lot of Trump's base does not follow the news that closely. They just say, whatever Trump says, I'm done with it. I'm not getting in the weeds. And a lot of Trump's base, and brace for impact, guys, because I know conservatives are snowflakes, they're not that bright. So whereas Cavuto, I guess a little bit of credit here, it's also discredit. He's smart enough to know that a lot of things he says are not exactly right either, okay? But he's good at what he does, and he's certainly smart enough to know that the president is lying, and he's not gonna believe that nonsense about didn't know, did know, etc.
Yeah.
So he gets to a point where he goes, I just can't. I can't do this. And the alternative hypothesis is, who's his audience? CNN. Because that's the next company that might hire you. Or by the way, MSNBC, they hire conservatives nonstop.
How's it going, Greta?
Right.
I mean, he could get a talk show if it makes the president mad.
Yeah, I mean, look, Cavuto's on Fox Business, which is a disaster. It's in terrible, terrible shape. And so a good way to get a job on another cable news station is to criticize Trump once and forget CNN, MSNBC, be like, oh my God, yes, yes. They're hiring nonstop right-wingers who criticize Trump slightly. So, but that is very cynical, might have some parts of it. I do tend to think that he just got to a point where he just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah. Like that's where the bar was. He just that's it.
That was
too far.
But look, a lot of the media is the same way. I think that they have a different tolerance than we do, because a lot of them went and said, "Oh my God, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, this is the day she lost credibility." No, that day was like day 2 if you're being generous. A billion lies, but they're all so credulous that they're like, oh, I think Sarah Huckabee Sanders might have misled us on this one. And apparently, for whatever reason, the zeitgeist and the bubble of the media and the cable news people thought that this was the straw that broke the camel's back. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.